Hi, this is part two of Nick's self-ponage. In this, we're going to find out how very little Nick knows about his idol, Sarah Palin. Links to the two videos these clips are from are in the sidebar. You can check them out. I always recommend watching the video first before you watch a response to it. So in this first clip, he talks about the media attacking Palin.
Family. And the media has attacked her family over and over again. Everybody knows it.
Okay, Nick. Yeah, the media is attacking Palin's family. They're attacking. Oh, it's terrible. Here's a question for you. Why are they attacking Palin's family and not other Republicans' families? Why specifically hers? Do you just think for 1 second it could be because she parades them around everywhere she goes? In all of my life, okay? All right? And I've got twice your lifespan on you just about. So, in all of that time, I've never seen a politician carting around her whole family like I see Palin carting them around. It doesn't matter how inappropriate it is. Things where there's not a single child in the room, there's Palin and all of her kids in front of the camera. So, if the media is picking on her family, she put her family in front of the cameras she opened it up. She used them as a political tool, and she cries when they get brought into the political spectrum, when they get shit splattered on them. Okay? So, yeah, about that, she can shut the fuck up about it, because she opened herself up for that. Anyway, all right.
Okay, listen, Porky. The thing is, dude, I don't know what the hell you're talking about when it comes to, if people are gonna, she's an advocate for people that have, for families that have special needs children. She wants to help people that have special needs. So, of course, she's gonna get offended when people make jokes about people that have special needs when they're way out of bounds. You shouldn't be making fun of people that have special needs. It's not right.
Okay. Special needs. So she cares about special needs kids. Isn't that wonderful? That warms my heart that Sarah cares so much about special needs children. Here's a little bit of information for you. Sarah Palin used to be governor of the state of Alaska. I live in the state of Alaska. I watched Sarah Palin when she was mayor of Wasilla. She was in the news as an annoying, lying hypocrite, okay? Back then she was. The fact that people in my state fell for her crap, which is not the same crap that you guys all fell for, she's reinvented herself a couple of times. And hopefully I'll get to that. So special needs. She cares about special needs so much. Do you know that she cut the state spec ed program for schools? Isn't that funny? She slashed it. Now, she had reason to slash it because the state was going broke, and I'll get to that in a bit. I worked at the school. I used to work at the grade school. I was one of the teachers at a grade school, and we had 3 spec ed teachers for our school, which is a pretty normal amount for the size of school it was. 2 of them had to get laid off. We could only keep 1. 1 spec ed teacher was all they could afford because the program was cut statewide. She cares about special needs kids? Apparently not. So that's just the biggest bunch of bullshit. She cares about her special needs kids. Actually, more important than that, she cares about people seeing her caring about her special needs kid. That's what she cares about, and that's all she cares about. She'd throw that kid into a wood chipper in a heartbeat, and don't think she wouldn't. You made a comment, I don't have a clip from it, but you made a comment that she's against abortion in her personal life, but not against passing a law for it. That's a bunch of bullshit that she says on the national scene because she knows votes are against her by being anti-abortion. All right? While she was governor of this state, she vetoed 2 bills that would allow abortions to occur in some regions. Do you know that in Alaska there are towns that don't have a clinic where women cannot get an abortion? They have to actually fly out to another town, to Seattle in some cases, or Anchorage, to get an abortion. Juneau, the capital, was one of those. That's changed. All right? There was a bill to allow to add that to Health and Social Services, to where they would fly these women who couldn't afford it could have their flights paid for, so they could get the legal abortion that Roe versus Wade allowed. She vetoed that. All right? So she has fought against, she has tried to make abortion illegal. In fact, multiple times she attempted to in the state. So, yeah, that's just a bunch of bullshit. She's lying to you. See, you people buy this bullshit she does. She's changed a whole bunch of her stances. Evolution's one of them. While she was governor of the state, she talked about a 10,000-year-old Earth. After she was governor of the state, when she was being paraded around as VP, she said that she, intelligent design and both ideas should be taught, and that she's all for science. Opposite.
And they're just idiots, just like this lady. Complete moron. This interviewer, this whole setup it's just stupid. And they attack Sarah Palin for everything she believes in. They attack her for policies which have been proven to work. Lowering taxes, cutting spending works. It worked when Coolidge was president, and it worked when Ronald Reagan was the president, and it'll work now.
Okay, so Palin you said about cutting taxes because it worked for Coolidge and it worked for Reagan and all those other ones. You're too young to remember. The Reagan years were not the golden years you people like to say they were, all right? I'm going to tell you, now this is where I was talking about the state budget with Palin. Do you know, Sarah Palin, while she was governor, oil prices tripled from what they had been before. Our state depends on oil revenue for everything. Taxes on oil companies fund our state. She cut taxes on oil companies while the price per barrel was tripling. Our state was losing money because she cut their taxes, claiming it was benefiting these companies. The companies had record profits those years, record profits that they took away from our state because I'm sure it was some shady deal that she'll eventually be found out for. She cut their taxes. So, talking about, she didn't cut taxes on middle class or anything like that. She cut taxes on the oil companies. She bankrupted our state. She inherited a surplus and she bankrupted it. So fiscal responsibility, that's just another lie that you're falling for. Not that it surprises me. Don't get me wrong. Anyway. And I'm going to just end this now because I want to get to it. There's a blog TV going on I want to visit. You mentioned this whole video you made to Big Al. You're going on and on about how wrong it is to call people retards and this kind of stuff, and how wrong it is to make fun of things like that, despite the fact that you call Big Al fatty, you call him porky, and this last bit.
Okay, listen, you pinhead. Unlike you, people have lives.
You call him a pinhead. You know a pinhead is a derogatory term for somebody with a congenital birth defect called microcephaly? I know there's a lot of big words in there for you. Microcephalics. It's a terrible, terrible disease, okay? It's a developmental disorder. Pinheads was what they used to call them, like in circus sideshows. It's offensive. But, hey, again, kind of like Palin, your stance on what's derogatory and okay to use changes depending on what the political climate is, or what the, Palin's against calling people retards, so now you are too, even though you've done it in the past. So, anyway, that's all.